I'm Natalia Torres del Valle, and I'm an Expressive Arts Therapist working in public schools in the North Carolina Museum of Art. Prior to that, I was a public elementary school teacher who loved integrating the arts into my classroom. Integrating social-emotional learning and the arts is crucial to my education and therapy practice. It empowers students to problem solve, increases self-regulation skills, creative coping skills, increases students' self-confidence, and allows for nonverbal means of expression. I'm going to share a strategy with you today using a work of art from NCMA's collection. This strategy will help your students increase their social and emotional vocabulary, increase self and social awareness, so that they can better understand their own perspectives and the perspective of others. I would recommend introducing the strategy at the beginning of the year so that it can be used throughout the year. I use this strategy to facilitate difficult conversations that relate to students' personal experiences, interpersonal conflict within the classroom, and conflict within our communities. Today we'll be using the work of art, Ships in a Stormy Sea Off a Coast by Ludwig Backhausen. I'll model how we can use a work of art to build social and emotional vocabulary in your classroom. And then I'll share an art-making activity connected to the work. First, let's start by simply observing what we see. Give students 30 seconds before asking, "What do you see?" What makes you say that? What else can you find? After a brief discussion, introduce an emotion sensation wheel, like the one here, or you can find others online that you can adapt for your classroom needs. Ask students to imagine what passengers on the boat may be feeling, using words from the innermost part of the circle, middle, and outermost part of the circle, giving time to reflect in each. After talking about the work of art, invite students to create a visual story that describes what happened before, during, and after the storm. There's no need to share an example of a drawing because we're focusing on the process and not the product. To get students started, show students how to fold their paper into thirds. Then write the words before, during, and after at the top of their paper. Then again, provide the prompt for students to create a visual story that shows what happened before, during, and after the storm. When students have completed their drawings, have them reference the social-emotional wheel that you're using for your classroom. Have them pick words from the inner, middle, and outermost part of the circle that they feel connects best with what happened before, during, and after the storm. I have two student examples with me today, and the first is from a kindergartner. And you can see that she focused on the words from the innermost part of the circle, such as happy, fear, and confused. And the hope is that as you practice this strategy more and more, students will also expand their vocabulary to the outermost part of the circle. And you can see that here in this first grader example. She chose words not only from the innermost part of the circle, but also started incorporating words from the outermost part, such as curious and open, frozen, trembling, empty, and curling up. Students can use whatever material you have available in your classroom. This strategy works with paint, markers, colored pencils, pens, or even a pencil. Some things you may want to consider when introducing this strategy is that a student may feel hesitant to begin drawing. You can invite them to start by first drawing a line, shape, or color on their paper. Depending on student mobility, you could have pre-cut images that students can choose from and then collage onto their paper. You can adapt the social-emotional wheel by providing fewer words on the wheel or images alongside the words. I want to invite you to think about how this strategy can be used and adapted for the needs of your classroom. How might students use social, emotional vocabulary alongside visual storytelling to help them understand their experiences? How might this strategy be used to understand the perspectives of others? And how might this strategy help you as an educator better understand your students' experiences? We hope you found this strategy useful, and we look forward to seeing what you do.